G'day everyone, this is Blxz here, starting my brand new Geneforge 5 overthrow. This is going to be my first ever LP, first video I've ever recorded, so we'll see how it goes. I'm going to be doing it on a blind LP here, on normal difficulty, and we'll see how it goes. Now, I've played Geneforge 1 through 4, but this will be my first time having a go at 5. So let's see how they go here. I reckon I'm probably going to go a life crafter. They're pretty generic, it's what the game is based around, but I will be giving all the new creations a go because they're the most fun. Yeah, go green, I like green. And we're going to go on normal because I'm average. The Shapers have the power to create life. They can make plants and animals to populate barren lands and intelligent, loyal serviles to do their menial work. And, if challenged, they can create an army of hideous monsters to devastate their foes. The Shapers rule the known lands, and their authority is absolute. There is one punishment for those who try to learn their secrets, and for any of their creations who try to disobey them: death. And so the rebellion began. It was an alliance of humans, tired of Shaper rule, and of intelligence creations who wanted to be free. They rose up, stole some of their master's power for themselves, and attacked. The Shapers were caught by surprise. Much of the eastern half of Terrestria was lost. Many of the Shapers, and those loyal to them, were slain. Proud cities were razed to the ground. Devastating attempts to put down the rebellion failed. Now the Shapers and the rebellion are in a gruesome standoff. Each side uses the powers of the Shapers to create generations of new, brutal monsters and sends them to attack the other. The result has been devastation. The war has ravaged more and more lands. The rebel army, commanded by the mighty Dracons, have brought fire and fang to ever more unprepared Shaper lands, lands that thought the destruction could never reach them. All attempts to end the war have failed. The Dracons are too powerful to be defeated and too consumed by hatred of the Shapers to accept peace. It's a cute little Fiora, and that's probably not how I ever imagined Dracons to look. Or so you've heard. In this, the 10th long year of the rebellion, you're barely aware that a war is going on. Menial labour is all that you have been doing for as long as you can remember, which isn't long. You are a worker in the Foundry, a Shaper research facility for the care, analysis and, if needed, destruction of creations. You are one of the labourers who cares for these magic-born creatures. You feed the creatures and clean up after them. The Shapers in command soon realised this was all you were capable of. Your mind was too clouded to process more involved instructions. And so the years passed, as the war crept closer and closer to this icy mountain refuge. Until today, you woke up and things were different. When you opened your eyes, you found that your mind was not clear, but more alert. The fog that kept you from understanding where you were and what you were doing had cleared up a tiny bit. You rolled out of bed and found that your cramped and dirty barracks was empty. Only you remained. You heard a sound outside. At first, you don't recognise it. Is it serviles hard at work? The growls of hungry creations waiting to be fed? Then you realise what it is. Screaming. Alrighty, let's go into this. So, I reckon by the sound of that I'm playing an amnesiac Shaper of some sort. So, I don't know. I reckon it's probably one of the Shapers from the previous games. But we're going to see how it goes anyway. As you stumble through the barracks, your head clears a tiny bit. It looks like you've been living cramped in here with a dozen serviles, the short, humble servant race of the Shapers. It is peculiar. Why would a human be left to live in squalor with them? Also, your clothes are unusual. They seem like the outfit someone in authority, perhaps a soldier or a Shaper. They are ill-fitting and torn though, and in need of a wash. The sounds of chaos and panic coming from outside are showing no signs of ending. start to look around for something you can use to defend yourself. Actually, let's go check out my statistic. Alrighty. Magic shaping, battle shaping, fire shaping. I actually don't know what I want here. Magic shaping's always been really good in most games. So I think to begin with though, I'm going to work on bumping up intelligence and let's go mechanics. I like mechanics. And a bit of healing craft. It's a good start, I reckon. See if I can find a weapon somewhere. You enter the common room, where you and your servile co-workers rest and eat your meals. There is nobody here. There are 2 doors. The one to the south leads out to the cold and snow. Oh yeah, I know that. The door off to the side leads to the storeroom. You seem to recall that you can find a weapon in there. Alrighty. Let's go find something to not kill stuff with, because I'm not going to be much of a fighter. Yeah. Alrighty, armor, little crappy dagger. Let's have at it. Servile. Mechan. A servile has managed to get to the southern door unlocked and open. She runs into the common room, shaking snow off her robes as she runs. She holds a long dagger in her hand. It is dented, rusty, and, as of yet, unused. Your foggy brain tells you, uncertainly, that her name is Mechan. When she sees you are awake, she says, slowly and loudly, "Come, creation's rogue. All creation's rogue. Come, we control." Creations like Mechan are kept as unintelligent as possible by their servile masters. She's treating you as if you were that dense. Perhaps, up until recently, you were. Alrighty, let's act a bit dumb for now. The words come out of raspy and barely comprehensible. You realise those are the first words you have spoken in some time. Mechan notices. She looks surprised to hear you speak, but she still tries to answer your question the best she can. You do not know? You here long time. Is foundry. We take care of creations. Feed them when good, punish them when not. We go now. We do job, we pacify them. How can I pacify them? We shout at them, we jab them. If they stay rogue, we kill them. That is what shapers say. Rogues die. So hurry. We stop monsters before more serviles die. As she turns to leave, she gives you an odd look, as if she's trying to determine what has changed about you. She seems unusually alert for a servile. Then she exits to the south. Well, I reckon we are with the shapers somewhere. Yeah. As you walk out of the barracks into the snow and wind, Mechan holds up her hand and says, "Stop." You get the feeling that she has been ordering you around for a long time. You wish you could remember. Something is coming. The calming pylon is smashed. Be ready. Yeah, not going to say much. Mechan looks over at you. Still nothing to say? Too cold to talk? Alright, as long as you know to fight. Listen. You hear them not long before you see them. Several serviles run screaming into the clearing. They are closely followed by hungry, scuttling bugs. Mechan rushes towards the bugs, swinging her dagger. Come, help them. Actually, I'm just going to rob some stuff. Buggy things. A beetle. It's always beetles or rats. No magic. Alrighty, I'll just stab them. Well, we outnumber them. If everyone just started stabbing, I reckon we'd win. Yeah, time to go. So I reckon this is going to be... I actually don't know what I'm going to do. Normally I'm pretty pro-shaper, but we'll see how they convince me here. I've heard some of the factions can be pretty extreme in Geneforge 5. I don't think I'm quite so extreme. I might just try and revive my previous character from Geneforge 1. He was generally pro-shaper, but pretty cooperative. And since this is an amnesiac dude, maybe it's the same guy. So we'll see how this goes anyway. The other factions might just completely turn me off. What do you want me to do, Meccan? Oh, bug. Done. Meccan wipes off her blade and sighs. Not hard. Bugs are pests. Not good. Best dead. She looks at the surviving serviles, still trying to calm down. Most serviles are terrified of rogue creations. We saved some. Good. I am glad. Yeah, it's fine. We must move. Is cold. Rogues still loose. Start to follow Meccan. After a few feet she stops, turns and points at your clothes. We dress you up strong, make you look good. Calm creations. You go first. I follow close. Actually, I reckon these part of the rebellion or something. This could be a bit interesting. They've dressed me up like a life crafter. Meccan holds out a hand to stop you. She points at the entrance to a building to the north. Was afraid of that. Thrasher is loose. A moment later you hear something roar in the shadows. Meccan stands ready, holding out her painfully insufficient blade. You try to join her, but you start to feel very ill. You try to stand still, ready for anything. This doesn't work out for you. You're doubled over by a wave of nausea. It soon ends, followed by something far worse. A burning sensation spreads over your entire body. It is not just heat, it is rage. Something has triggered a consuming fury within you. There is pain, a lot of it, but it is a distant thing. You also feel power, great power, trying to find a way to break free. You hold up your hand, it is glowing. Little wisps of flame dance around it. You turn to look at Meccan. She watches you without expression. She doesn't seem surprised though. What's happening to me? You slowly gasp out the words, trying to maintain consciousness in the face of the overwhelming sensations that buffet you. Meccan calmly says, "This could be useful." Thrasher is terrified of fire. Direct some at it. You might calm the beast. Part of your brain dimly recognizes that Meccan is no longer speaking in the crude speech common to serviles. You don't have any more time to think about it. A huge battle alpha rushes out of the building to the north. A puny creation is daring to challenge you. Perhaps some flame would teach it not to disobey its betters. Yep, I reckon these are rebel serviles. Okay, let's set up some magic. Oh shit. The bolt of flame strikes the huge creature, singeing it and filling the clearing with a foul stench of burning fur. The alpha shrieks and cowers away from you. It must be terrified of fire. You hold up your hand and look at it. The wisps of flame are gone. The wave of illness has passed. The power remains though. Whatever has happened to you today is unlocking things you did not even suspect were within you. You feel that you don't know, but just have the power to hurt. You can also heal. The technique is different, but the wellspring of power is the same. Alrighty then, well, I reckon I'm going to call that the end of my first recording. Come back next time and let's see how we go. Thanks for coming in. Bye.